Greetings and salutations, people of the internet. I'm Eviscerator Mark 2, and welcome back to Sonic Adventure 2. Last time we left off, well, there is no last time we left off, because this is a special episode. It's the Easter episode. In this episode, we find everything. All the upgrades. And we shush up my cat. And we find all my upgrades. So let's go find all the upgrades, starting with all of Sonic's upgrades. Here's one. It's easier to do them by character. So, the first upgrade we're going to be getting is the Magic Hands. Or Magic Gloves, if I remember the name correctly. Magic Hands is the name of the attack that it did. But yeah, what we need is the Bounce Bracelet and the Flame Ring, which are unmissable upgrades, so they're not going to be included in this. So, I don't need to do anything with that. But yeah, the upgrades needed to get Magic Hands are the Bounce Bracelet and Flame Ring, which are required to progress the story, so I don't need to tell you to get those, or tell you where they are. So yeah. What you can see, take my lead, I'll set you free, follow me, set me free, trust me and we will escape from the city, I will get through, follow me, set me free, trust me and we will escape. Alright, so once you get to this section of City Escape, you should end up running down a wall. Which is very important, trust me, because it's a monument to where the Magic Hands are. And the Magic Hands are just beyond this wall, under these boxes over here. So you're probably wondering, how do you break these boxes? Why is the Bounce Bracelet important? Well, if you have the Flame Ring and the Bounce Bracelet, it somehow works like this. Even though the Flame Ring is only supposed to work with Somersault. Magic Gloves. Change to Magic Hand in the action window and press the B button. When an enemy is close, capture the enemies. When they turn into a ball, try throwing them at other enemies. Simple. So let's see if we can find ourselves an enemy real quick to toss at another enemy. We can't use him because he's a little too far away. So we're gonna get over here. We're gonna grab him. We have him now. But we can't grind anymore. So now we're holding the enemy in a ball. This is a weapon now. So let's go quickly find ourselves something to throw him at. Dodge, throw, victory. So there you go. That's how Magic Hands work. It's quite interesting to say the least. It's the most worthless item in the game, but it's amusing. It's slightly more useful when you have the Steam controller, but you can swap the Magic Hands quick, and then hit the button quick. But otherwise, it's still useless, and it's quite fun to use. Alright, next item we're getting is the Ancient Light, which is hidden in Green Forest. You know, and this one, you don't need anything to get, it's just there. Essentially, no upgrades are needed, not even the story-related ones, you just get it. So let's go and just get it. The only reason you may not have it is because it's slightly out of the way to get. Kind of like Shadow's version of it, only easier to miss. Shadow's version isn't that hard to miss. Because it's on one of the paths you can easily get to, but Sonic's version is very easy to miss because it requires you to look around, which is something this game has taught you not to do most of the time. But yeah, you just follow the stage as normal, up until a specific point, which I will get back to you at. Alright, so Ancient Light is hidden over here, once you get to this section. I'm gonna leave those guys alive for a second, so we can show it off. And where is Ancient Light, you're probably wondering? Well, if you came over here, you might have noticed the camera goes a little odd. That's because Ancient Light is actually hidden over here. This would be Ancient Light right here. Ancient Light, well, I already got it because I know where it is and I don't know at the same time. So what is Ancient Light? Well, if we can charge it up, which probably can get stuck in a wall actually. There we go. So if we charge it up, it does that. Essentially a really fast version of the homing attack without any of the benefits of homing attack. But it does get through defensive shield and such. Alright, and next, and I believe final thing for Sonic is the Flame Ring, which is hidden in Final Rush, his last stage. Not Flame Ring, it's a Mystic Melody. Flame Ring is a story-related thing that's hidden in Crazy Gadget. I don't need to tell you where to find it because the story forces you to find it. Ow. But yeah. This is the Mystic Melody. It's hidden in this stage somewhere. And it is very important if you want to 100% the game. It's actually 100% required. It's like, most of these items that I got are not required for progression. The Mystic Melody is required. Every character needs it. This thinking. And the Lightspeed Dash has proven to be useless, as it generally is. And oh good, we're back here. This is where I wanted to be. Aha! So after some tricky platforming and this area, you should come across this area. What makes this area special? Well, as soon as you hit this checkpoint, you're gonna see you want to aim for this rocket. This rocket is important, trust me. You then want to use this rocket to get over here, grab that extra life, or like, well, extra life not needed, but it's there. And after you do all that, you end up over here, and over here, and then over here is where the Mystic Melody would be located. And here's what you would use the Mystic Melody on. These things are important for 100% because they hide the Chow, except for this one. This one's just to show off the Mystic Melody. But the ones in the others in stages hide the Chow and stuff. In some cases, for the Emerald missions, which again you have to find them for those characters too. They hide some emeralds in the hard mode. But yeah, next item. Who are we doing now? Shadow, that's who. Why Shadow? Just because I feel like it. But yeah, first item is the Flame Ring. Unlike Sonic, the Flame Ring is not required for any story-related stuff, so it's hidden off in a stage. And what is required for it is the air shoes, which is a story-related item. But at the same time, you don't need the air shoes, and as I've shown in my playthrough, you'll see why. But the air shoes are needed to get across the line of rings. At the same time, they aren't, because there's many different ways you can make that jump, because of the way the physics in this game work. And we should be up on where the Flame Ring is momentarily. So, Flame Ring is actually, unlike the other ones, not as far into the stage. It tells you to go this way, but it hides you from this. Over here, as you can see, there's a line of rings. You don't need the line of rings, but it is there. And here is where you would have gotten the Flame Ring, but as in my playthrough, I got it. And the Flame Ring, as you know, breaks metal boxes. And as it's demonstrated here, it's used for regression. But yeah, if you just spin dash jump, you can get over really long distances just fine. Next item. Alright, next item is Ancient Light, which is hidden in the Sky Rail. And again, we've gotten it in my playthrough before. And we know what it is because we've used it on Sonic. It's at the start of the stage, so I don't need to do anything. So yeah. So just continue. So as soon as you start the stage, you come over here, hit this, and you go onto the Chow box. Once you go on the Chow box, these enemies start spawning. And then right here is where you got the Ancient Light. It's functionally the same to Sonic's Ancient Light, in which it does this.
There's no time to play.
Simple. And now for the last item in Shadow's repertoire, which is, again, Mystic Melody, which is, again, required for 100%. This should be easy enough. Yeah, it's near the end of the stage, so getting to it might be harder. Well, not really. The stage is considerably easier than Sonic's Final Rush. But yeah. Okay then. Woo. Alright. So Mystic Melody. Once you get to this location, after a choice of like 3 colors, like in say Sonic Stage, but here, you want to go up all these tubes. These are the tubes. All of them, all the way to the top. And avoid the weird physics and glitches of this area, because this area was long before Mario Galaxy managed to refine, if it refined. I've never played Mario Galaxy, but managed to refine the whole idea of gravity, of changing gravity. This game just started with it. So for this, you want to go all the way to the top of this one, right next to those platforms, and then above this electrical fence, and then over there is where Shadow's Mystic Melody would be located, and an area where you can use it. But yeah, this one, I would classify Shadow and Sonic's Mystic Melodies as the hardest of the items to miss in this game. They're pretty easy to find just by accident, whereas others you kind of have to go out of your way. So yeah, that's everything with Shadows, I believe. So on to the next person. Alright, so next is Tails, and the first one is the Laser Blaster, if I remember it correctly. The item needed is the bazooka. This is I think one of the real first ones to actually start requiring you to get these items beyond Magic Hands. And yeah, it's literally at the end of the stage, so yeah. So once you get to this section of the stage, there's the goal ring. And right past the goal ring is what we need. What you require to get past the goal ring, however, is to take out the enemy that's in this corner, and then you shoot this with a bazooka. And then over here, you take out these 2 enemies, and you get the Laser Blaster. Lock-on missile power up. Missile spreads as it explodes to destroy enemies in a wider area. So, yeah, it's pretty simple, self-explanatory. Next power-up.
I did it!
Yeah.
I did it, Sonic!
So the next, and I believe final power-up for Tails is Mystic Melody, which is hidden in Hidden Base. Ironically, I guess you could say. And yeah, Mystic Melody, this requires you to have the bazooka. We go, and it's, I think, about halfway into the stage, so yeah, get to that. Also, here's what the Laser Blaster does. Alright, so once you get to this section, which will be past this here, and you'll have a bunch of monkeys, or I believe they're called coconuts, you want to head down to this area, which will be blocked off by those popping metal crates, which you will need the bazooka for, which you get in Tails' next stage. So yeah. And here it is, Mystic Melody, and it allows you to, as it did with every other character, do something with these things. In this case, it opened the door, and shortly after this, it will lead to, there's a secret area related to it, which will be where the Chow is located. So yeah, that is where Mystic Melody is located. On to the next character, which I believe will be doing Eggman. Alright, just like Tails, Eggman also has something hidden on Prison Island. In Iron Gates this time around, but this time, it's not hidden near the end of the stage. It's also the same upgrade, too, so, yeah. Alright, so once you get past the first elevator section, you will notice these things here. You're probably wondering, how do you get through them? Well, you shoot them. That's obvious. And then you have metal crates blocking your path. Simple. And once you get past the metal crates, you get Eggman's Laser Blaster, which works out the same as Tails', except it's green. I like the look of Eggman's mech after it has all the upgrades. It looks very cool. So, as per usual, it does exactly as it did with Tails', which I can actually demonstrate up here. Over here, I think. So if I lock onto that one, it took out the enemy and the other power-up. Better demonstration. There you go. And that is the range of that thing. Next up, alright, Mystic Melody. It's hidden in the Sand Ocean. particularly, I believe, right at the beginning of Sand Ocean, but we will find out as we go along. So yeah, we get to Sand Ocean over here. You need the jet booster for this one, like the other one requires, the bazooka, and also a lot of these, and the Mystic Melody is right here, and it works the same as always. It summons a portal, opens a door, or summons a lot of rings. And this takes you kind of the end of the stage. I mean, this is quite far in the stage. It's great for speedrunning, but at the same time, it's completely and utterly useless if you want 100% the game, because you need to get A ranks, and using it to skip this much of the stage doesn't exactly get you an A rank. It gets you close to the Chow. Alright, and for the last item, it is the protective armor, which is hidden in Cosmic Wall. And this one is actually probably one of the hardest to miss of them all. It's like you can miss it. It's the hardest and easiest to miss. Because it's kind of in the open, this one. Weirdly. And you even see Eggman using it in Tails' version of the second fight. You watch, you fight Eggman. It's Tails' stuff. So yeah, this one isn't, I don't believe, very far in this stage. I will get back to you once we get back to that. Alright, once we start getting to this platforming section over here, you want to head up this area, and then you want to get yourself over to the other side of this wall. Simple. And on the other side of this wall should be the protective armor, where it's hidden anyways. Jet engine is required, but at the same time you'd have the jet engine by this point in the game. So I don't need to say a word about that. Now, get ourselves over here. Oh, I remember I can do that. Yeah, you get ourselves over here, get over to this side of the wall, and then you aim for this platform over here. There's a rocket. You fire the rocket, which will take out those metal crates over there, which, on the other side of the metal crates, is Eggman's protective armor. What does the protective armor do? It allows Eggman to take, I think, one additional hit, and it also makes his health bar dark blue instead of the light blue. We shall now take a hit to demonstrate. That's the normal color of his health bar, and we've managed to jam ourselves in the wall. Brilliant! And take 2 hits. Alright, so now we're moving on to Knuckles, who has... The first thing is the Mystic Melody, which is hidden in Wild Canyon. And this requires you to have the Shovel Claw and some knowledge of... I don't know, how the secrets of this game works. No, how the digging can teleport you places. But yeah, it should be simple enough to do. Alright, so it's over here by the statue. I believe it's this upper one. And ignore the fact my Emerald radar is not working normally and is telling me where the second one is. That is a mod. Get over here. There we go, and move my mouse back real quick. So there we go. Mystic Melody! And it works the same way as every other Mystic Melody. That's gonna be a given at this point. And there's another use for it, again, here in this stage, and every other stage to find the Chow. Next upgrade will be the Air Necklace, which is hidden here in Aquatic Mine, which is kind of an easy one to miss and a hard one to miss, and almost required. So yeah, let's get ourselves the Air Necklace. So first thing you want to do when getting the Air Necklace is head up here. That's all. And hope your frame rate isn't an FPS of 2. I have no idea what's going on. So you want to head all the way down to the second lowest floor, and then you want to head into this one specifically. And then you want to head down this water over here, and sometimes an emerald spawns down here, so that's always good. So that's an easy way to find the Air Necklace sometimes. Also 100%, I believe, has an emerald force down here. So yeah, if you come all the way down here, and then you go all the way up here, from the 3rd level, then it should be right here. I already have it because I managed to get it. And the Air Necklace does as it you would think an air necklace would do. It makes it so you can breathe underwater. It's very useful. Next item. So the next and the last item for Knuckles is in Meteor Herd. It is the sunglasses, which is a secret finder. What will be required for this is the hammer gloves, but you should have them by this point, so it's no big deal. So yeah. So what you need to do to find this one's probably one of the more obscure ones to get when you think about it. But yeah, it's right at the start, and I found it already, as you may have noticed. So, yeah. If we head over here, you see this rock? Barring no incidents with any meteors, this should work as intended. After doing that, you need to punch that box with a hammer glove. Once you do that, the central area of this place should open. As you can see, there's now a monitor just floating over an area. That monitor is now completely unusable. Good positioning there. And right here is where the sunglasses would be. And what the sunglasses do is they find secrets. Semi-required to also get out of this hole. See, they will be needed for 100% of Knuckles' stages, as some of the emeralds are hidden behind sunglasses-related things. So yeah, sunglasses, they're kind of cool and they're kind of useful. Alright, now that we've done Knuckles, it's time to do Rouge, and that sounds wrong. And Rouge's thing is hidden in Dry Lagoon, the Mystic Melody. Just like Knuckles' was hidden in his version of Dry Lagoon. The deserty version. It's weird that you have this grassland and then that desert on the other side. First things first, what you want to do in this stage is you want to save the turtle. Actually, you don't want to save the turtle. What are you? Are you the thing? I think you're the thing. Yeah, there we go. We found the Mystic Melody. Save the turtle and you find the thing on the wall. Right next to the turtle is the thing in the wall, and it gets you to Mystic Melody, which again does what Mystic Melody does. It opens a portal or something. This time it opened a portal. The portal will take us here. Exciting. Next stage.
Stage select.
Next stage. Alright, so the next thing is hidden in Security Hall. This one is an intriguing one, because this one actually is the first and probably only one that requires Mystic Melody to reach. So what you're going to need for this is Mystic Melody and the Iron Boots. The Iron Boots are mandatory. The Mystic Melody isn't, but well, the Mystic Melody is. You can't progress. So how do you get to this one? Simple. From the start of the stage, you go over here, Mystic Melody this thing. We'll spawn in some platforms, apparently murdered by frame rate, and then you head over here and kick out these metal crates. And then over here will be the treasure scope. See things that you couldn't see before. So, treasure scope works just like the sunglasses. It shows hidden things. Here's an extra light. It's very exciting. You
Select the treasure scope using Y button. Then press B button to see items that are hidden.
Exactly. Couldn't have explained it better myself, Homo Chow. But yeah, I think that was actually all of the items. I had to triple check because I was semi-confused for a second there. But all of the items are been found. And we have done amazing things, to say the least. We've made two characters look like a pile of junk. Well, Knuckles looks like he's wearing a junkyard. Sonic has a really stupid magic trick. Tails and Eggman are 1,000 times more dangerous. And Rouge is just better at finding treasure. So, yeah. I believe that was everything. I'm thinking I had to quickly look over at something like, what? I'm like, is that everything? I'm like, yeah, that was everything. Okay. But yeah, hopefully you found this guide and helpful, and hopefully you have a great Easter. I, myself, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, be sure to like the video enjoyed, dislike if you didn't, subscribe, and share, and hit the bell if you want to see more. Comment down below what you think. Follow me on the links down below, and all those other things to do. Again, I've been OSM Mark 2. This has been Sonic Adventure 2 Easter Egg Hunting. Or not Easter Egg Hunting, Upgrade Hunting. Have a wonderful day.